Hello again, Struck Club. Today I'm bringing you another Tokyo Game Show video covering the announcements, trailers, reviews, etc. that have been brought to us by a certain publisher. This time, this one is Bandai Namco, and there are a ton of news. The games I decided to focus on are Tekken 8, SYNDUALITY, Dragon Ball The Breakers, Dragon Ball Z, Kakarot, One Piece Odyssey, SD Gundam Battle Alliance, and I also mentioned some of the other Gundam games that were covered in a separate stream. I mean, I'll mention them in this video, but they have a separate stream, and there's links in the description again for those official streams you can watch. So, Tales of Symphonia Remastered, Ultra Kaiju Monster Rancher, also dubbed as Daily Life of a Kaiju Breeder, Ni no Kuni to Revenant Kingdom, and the Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch Remastered, as well as a little bit of info about Park Beyond. So those are the titles this would be focused on, but again, I will be talking about some of the others like quick mentions and so on. So I hope you enjoyed, buckle up and let's go. I would like to begin with one of the big guns under Bandai Namco's arsenal, and this is Tekken 8, which just a day before, or maybe 2 days before the Tokyo Game Show was announced for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC. We had the first look trailer for Tekken 8 and some information about the game from Bandai Namco Studios. Tekken 8 pushes the envelope for fighting games and takes full advantage of the power of the latest generation of consoles by creating one of the most visually stunning and immersive titles in the game, in the genre yet. Tekken 8 picks up after the gruesome battle that ended in Heihachi Mishima's defeat, focusing on a new rivalry pitting father against son as Jin Kazama stands in defiance against Kazuya Mishima's quest for world dominance. So from one father son rivalry against another, moving to another father against son rivalry. History repeats itself. I actually really like the anime, by the way. Just an off topic here. I really like the Tekken anime, in spite of what many others say. I really loved, especially the fighting scenes, and it's an anime based on a fighting game, so fighting scenes is what you should expect, not amazing story. We are very excited to show the next generation of Tekken. The team at Bandai Namco Studios has been hard at work to bring groundbreaking new features to Tekken 7. I'm not sure why they say 7 here, pushing the feeling of power in battles continuously further by harnessing the power of the latest generation of consoles. We can't wait to show you more in the months to come. I think maybe Tekken 7 is mentioned because they've been pushing hard Tekken 7 and maybe eventually they needed to move on to 8, or maybe it's a typo and they meant to say 8 in that interview. Maybe the person who wrote the interview made a typo. In any case, a little bit more info. They're saying that this trailer was actually taken directly from a certain part in the current work in progress Tekken 8 story mode, played on PlayStation 5. In other words, all the character models, backgrounds, and effects are the same ones that are used in game. Although this was captured from the story mode, it is not a pre-rendered movie made for the trailer, but rather a real-time rendered footage running at 60 frames per second, similar to how you would experience the game in versus battle modes. Of course, some of the effects, dialogue, and as well as the camera angle is currently being updated and many change when the game launches. The Tekken series has always been known for a dramatic pre-rendered movies from its story mode. In addition, we also have plenty of other exciting content from Tekken 8 we would very much like to show you. However, for our first announcement, we chose to focus on the content that showcases the quality of this game on PlayStation 5. In the trailer, you can see this level of quality in the newly created playable character models that completely sets itself apart from the current Tekken 7, and in little details like how water droplets run down the character's skin. This is not footage created solely for trailer purposes, but an actual real-time rendering of what is happening on the game screen. Another thing I read in another article, by the way, I want to mention is that they completely scrapped Tekken 7 when working on Tekken 8. They started to build it from the grounds up, everything from the beginning. So they didn't reuse models and so on, um, which is something to commend them from. Obviously, when you're moving from one engine to the next iteration of that engine, that's the next generation. Obviously, you would need to start over unless it's easier to port stuff. But maybe it was harder to port stuff, and it's best to just start over. Further on, this thing I was quoting goes on. Also, if you pay attention to the background during the battle, you can see dynamic waves and tornadoes, a huge tanker gradually breaking apart, storm rendering so realistic that you can feel the wind pressure, the density of the rain. These are all battle stage effects to be used in this title. We are of course working hard to enhance the quality even further. In the latest version of the work in progress build, the quality is dynamically improving each day with the giant tanker moving closer to the shore in the background and large flames flare up near where the character is standing. We hope you look forward to seeing them in game. I also look forward to seeing them in game. Maybe by that time I would have a game that would be able to realistically run this at a reasonable FPS. And they're mentioning, just as the ending dialogue of Tekken 7 mentioned, this new entry will focus on the father and son showdown between Kazuya Mishima and Jin Kazama. As for the meaning of the scene in the trailer and how significant it is to the main story, we look forward to you finding it out when the game releases. Keep in mind the game is in development, so we have to wait longer before they share some more information with us. They did succeed in hyping us, at least me for sure. Um, whether the hype will continue, time will tell, but I really liked what I saw, and I hope you did as well. I guess there isn't much to say about Tekken other than time will tell how the game turns out. Next up, we'll cover a brand new title from Bandai Namco, and it's a sci-fi third-person shooter called SYNDUALITY, coming for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC. There is a link in the description for a SYNDUALITY review stream of about an hour or so that you can watch, and it's coming in 2023. Here is a quick overview of the game by Bandai Namco. Developed by Game Studio, SYNDUALITY is a science fiction third-person shooter set in a dystopian futuristic world where humans and AI must coexist and cooperate to survive. SYNDUALITY takes place in 2222, years after a mysterious poisonous rain called the, the Tears or the Tears of the New Moon wiped out most of humanity and birthed deformed creatures that now hunt the population. Amidst the calamity, humans are forced to build an underground haven named Amasia, or Amasia, where they discover and begin to cooperate with forms of artificial intelligence called Magus or Magus. In the game, players will step in the shoes of the Drifters, people who make a living collecting AO crystals, a rare resource available on Earth. In this quest, they must face xenomorphic creatures known as Enders, and they will be able to count on Magus, their AI partners, to guide them through their journey, help them in fights, and provide direction, hints, and warning. All the while, they will be developing and strengthening the bond between player and AI. Gameplay and combat in SYNDUALITY centers around cradle coffins, armed vehicles in which players will be roaming on the surface and can fully personalize from appearance to weapon loadouts to fit their own playstyle. SYNDUALITY will also have multiplayer, with other drifters joining players to help them in their missions or turn against them, hindering their progress or fighting to loot their precious resources. So PvP or PvE, co-op or fighting against each other. Okay, interesting. Hopefully there would be some sort of safe zones or options to make sure you cannot get player killed by others. We'll see how that goes. And while it is a project we can't wait for players to put their hands on, said Bandai Namco producer Yosuke Futami in his press release. We have been working with famous designers such as Neko for character design, Neko with C by the way, design, and Ippei Gyobu for mechanical designs, as well as the team at Game Studio to develop a fun shooter with strong core gameplay and a unique focus on the relationship between AI and human, where the bond that develops between players and their megas impacts gameplay and story. The trailer looks nice. Some of the screenshots that they have shown look nice as well. Some additional details you could read on the PlayStation blog are that it all started a couple of years back when the team grouped together and passionately discussed how we can break ourselves into or even break the whole barrier of the science fiction genre. With the emergence of technology these days and how artificial intelligence slowly becoming more prominent in our daily lives, we were particularly interested in how humans and AI would interact with each other in the future. Do they coexist? Do they have the same belief on feelings or sense of emotion? Can they intertwine? Those are the questions that eventually became an exodus of this project, and hopefully you will join us to figure out together the adventures that lie ahead of them. Syndulity is set in a dystopian future where poisonous rain and deformed creatures wreak havoc on the world, where you and your AI partner must find a way to work together and reclaim lost ground for humanity. Adding to the excitement, we have partnered with prominent designer Neko for character design and Gyobo for mech design to bring their unique science fiction style to the game. So yeah, this is obviously seen in the trailer. There's some more information I can say, but I guess the thing that people wanna read about or hear about is the battle against enemies and other players, or the PvPvE. On the vast battlefield, you would encounter xenomorphic creatures known as Zenders trying to stop you from gathering Deo crystals. You can also use different types of weaponries attached to the cradle coffin to fend off these incoming enemies. Immerse yourself into an intense PvPvE battle when playing online. You also encounter other players trying to clear their own missions. Be careful, they could potentially hinder your progress. We would like to officially welcome you to the world of Singularity. Please stay tuned for more information. So, um, will I be able to play solo? This is my question. Or will it always be PvPvE? Will it be like that recent Chinese game I played um, on my stream as a beta, where it's kind of like a BR but with mobs. I hope this doesn't turn out like such game where it's a BR with mobs. I hope there's ways to maybe group up and play just co-op if no one wants to fight against each other and stuff like that. Well, more info would be released eventually. We have the reveal trailer, and there was a stage event on the Tokyo Game Show around an hour, which you can watch as well. There is a lot of character design revealed. There's a lot of stuff, but I would need hours if I want to cover all that information, and we have to move on to covering the next title of this video. Next up, we have two Dragon Ball titles to cover. I will cover first the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Or actually, yeah, actually, let's start with Kakarot and then move on to the Breakers. With Kakarot, there are some news regarding when it's coming out to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, S. And this is 2023 for the Season Pass 2 announcement. So the publisher and developer have announced that Season Pass 2. And it will consist of 3 new story downloadable content as well as PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series S versions of the game, and both Season Pass 2 and the new versions will launch in 2023. Now, there is some updates to the graphics, and I think put it a link to the show, to the 1 hour and a half stream from the 16th of September, where around 1 minute 21 40 something and 1 minute 22 to 20 something, you can see the comparison. You should be seeing it on your screen as well, but you can check the original as well. Now, there is a trailer about Bardrock Alone Against Fate that you're also seeing as I'm talking about the game. In general, there isn't that much more to say other than that the game is currently available for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC, and via Steam for PC. But this Season Pass 2 will definitely bring a lot of stuff. The first downloadable content of Season Pass 2 is titled Additional Scenario Bardrock Alone Against Fate. It focuses on content from the Bardrock Father of Goku TV special and depicts a complete reproduction of the story. Players will be able to fight against Frieza in a climactic boss encounter and interact with other Saiyans and members of the Trieste Force between missions. So I think enough about Kakarot. Let's move on to the next Dragon Ball title. Dragon Ball The Breakers, Majin Buu and Farmer review trailer is what we got during Tokyo Game Show. New Raider and a new Survivor, basically. So published by Bandai Namco and developed by DIMS. The game kind of looks like some sort of a battle royale, but with extra mechanics, where you have the good guys, the bad guys, you have the raiders, and you have the survivors. And Majin Buu is the game's latest raider, and the farmer is its latest survivor. Majin Buu is here as your latest raider review and ready to wreak havoc on the survivors who stand up to him. Reads the video description of that trailer. But never fear, the survivors also have their own new addition, the farmer. It doesn't matter if you're a Saiyan or a human, survivors stick together to face the likes of every raider. Dragon Ball The Breakers is due out for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch and PC via Steam on October 13th in Japan and October 14th worldwide. I hope this trailer further enhances your hype for the game, and we'll see soon. There's less than a month left, so soon we will have our hands on that game. Now, from one game based on famous manga based famous anime based on famous manga, moving on to another game based on a famous anime based on a famous manga. One Piece Odyssey launches January 13th, 2023. We have a date, it's official. It's gonna be available in collector's edition with nice figurines you could get with it, and in the digital deluxe edition. It's launching for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 4, and PC. Steam for PC, but we never know. Maybe we'll get more platforms as well. January 12th, 2023 in Japan and January 13th worldwide. A delay from its previously planned 2022 release window, by the way. It's developed by ILCA and obviously published by Bandai Namco. It's in this video after all. So the standard edition will give you a copy of the base game. Well, the deluxe edition, digital deluxe edition, gives you the copy of the base game plus a deluxe pack, which is two petite jewelries, in-game accessories, as well as traveling outfit Sniper King. Additionally, you also get the Adventure Expansion Pack, which is upcoming scenario downloadable content, and 100,000 berry, which is in-game currency. You also get the pre-order bonus, regarding of which game you get, I think, or maybe just from the digital deluxe. But that bonus includes traveling outfit set, 10 energy apples, 10 excite apples, and 3 golden jelly. There is a limited edition for North America, and it's Bandai Namco Store exclusive, which gives you a copy of the game Woofy and Lim figurine, which is 230 by 210 by 210 millimeters. The pre-order bonus that I already mentioned. Then also is a collector's edition for Europe, where you get the copy of the game, but you also get the collector's box, and you also get Woofy and Lim figurine, the same one I mentioned earlier. Then you get a steel case, you get postcards, 3 of them. You get deluxe cards, which is deluxe pack, which is those petite jewelries and the traveling outfit Sniper King I mentioned earlier. You also get the Adventurer expansion pack I mentioned earlier with the upcoming scenario and the 100k berry. And you also get the pre-order bonus I mentioned earlier. The game looks amazingly well made, and the character design really fits the manga and anime design of the characters. And I like how it looks like they're kind of plastic figurines inside the game, due to the engine used and the shading used and so on. A little bit about the game. One Piece Odyssey is an RPG project filled with the unique elements of adventure from One Piece that has been highly desired by fans. This project has been in the works for many years so that fans can truly touch the world of One Piece, and now is ready to be unveiled. Join this brand new RPG featuring new character and monster designs produced by Eiichiro Oda, the author of One Piece. The game is also complemented by the beautiful music of Motoi Sakuraba, a composer well known for his various contributions to video games such as the Dark Souls and Tales of series. A broken thousand sunny scattered crew members, Luffy's missing straw hat. During their voyage, the straw hats, led by Monkey D. Luffy, are swallowed by a huge storm at sea. They end up on a mysterious island full of nature amidst the storm and become separated from each other. The crew set out. I think it needs to say sets out, but okay, let's say the crew sets out on a new adventure journey filled with wonders of a raging nature, powerful enemies, and strange encounters with island locals. Work together with Luffy and his crew to set sail once again. Key features to mention are the mysterious island I said about. Luffy decides to scout the island to meet up with his scattered crew members. They come across various mysterious ruins and never before seen monsters. Although excited to scout the island together, things soon take an unexpected turn, discover and experience an original storyline. Straw Hats as one. Defeat new enemies, unravel mysteries, and unearth a whole adventure with your favorite Straw Hats. In addition to Luffy, you can also play as Zoru, Nami, Usopp, Sanji, Chopper, Robin, Frankie, and Brook. RPG with a One Piece twist. Experience quests and dungeons all new, all with an authentic One Piece twist. Enjoy what you love and laugh about RPGs, but with your favorite characters and an original touch from the One Piece universe. So yes, there is that release date trailer in Japanese, in English, and there is another info that I didn't include in my footage in that video, which is a message from the producer, and there is um, the collector's edition figurine, which you should have seen by now already. So yeah, we have a new date. New date. It's not going to be 2022. It's going to be January 13th, but that's just a week. Actually, less than that. Just less than 2 weeks after 2022. So negligible delay, and if they need it, they better get it. That extra 2 weeks of time. So I hope you're excited about the game. I definitely would maybe try and get my hands on it. We'll see how things go. And now, at the beginning of the video, I said I'll be covering SD Gundam Battle Alliance due to the new DLC, Season Pass, etc. But I'll be covering two Gundam games. SD Gundam Battle Alliance and then Gundam Evolution. So let's start with the Battle Alliance info. Which is, as I mentioned, there's a new Season Pass trailer. Unit and Scenario Pack number 1, Legend and Succession. It is out now since September 15th. There is a big stream for the whole Gundam series covering, I think, 6 or so Gundam games. You might watch it. There's a link in the description for that one stream. But now it's, as I said, Unit and Scenario Pack number 1, Legend and Succession is available now. And the upcoming Unit and Scenario Pack number 2, Knights of Moon and Light, and Unit and Scenario Pack number 3, Flash and Rebirth, would be upcoming eventually. So the first DLC includes the additional scenario missions, the Cursed Treasure, and Destination of the Legend, as well as additional playable units. Gundam Age FX with pilot Kyo Asunu and Narrative Gundam C-Packs with pilot Jonah Basta. And additional missions X Mission Extreme 1 and X Mission Extreme 2. Unit and Scenario Pack 2 will include the additional scenario missions Hero of Wakroa and Evil God of the Moon, as well as additional playable units Knight Superior and Dragon and Moon Gundam with pilot Juta Qasim or Kasim. And the additional missions X Mission Extreme 3 and X Mission Extreme 4. And the third DLC will include the additional scenario missions Rebirth by Destruction and Flash of Fate, as well as additional playable units Gundam Exia Repair 4 with pilot Graham Aker and Z Gundam, which is written XI, with pilot Mafti Navu Erin, and Penelope with pilot Lane Aim, and the additional mission X Mission Extreme 5. The game is available now for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC via Steam. And not just Steam. I think the game, if I'm not mistaken, is on other PC platforms. I played it. I liked it. I didn't like how they're using a lot of the missions and just giving you slightly higher level monsters, and it becomes very early when that happens, but some people won't be bothered by that. Overall, the game is reasonable, it's fun, and yeah, knowing that there's already the first DLC and two more DLCs coming is good to know. Now, on to the next Gundam game and information about it. That is Gundam Evolution. There is a mission briefing about Season 1 and the release date of the game. Well, the Gundam series started as a TV anime in 1979 and has spawned numerous other works for over 40 years. And this is why the world of Gundam has been beloved by generations across the globe. This is why there have been so many different anime games, movies, etc., TV series, and so on in that universe. Regarding the game, regarding the Gundam Evolution mission briefing about the game. Well, there will be some interesting things to review. First of all, there is a trailer, and as I mentioned, it's about the release date. They're saying at first, originally the game was gonna come in spring 2022, and now they are releasing some extra stuff for the game. But let's just mention what the game is about. Pilot units from across the Gundam multiverse in high intensity 6 versus 6 objective based combat. So there's high speed combat, strategic team shooter, and a constantly evolving world. You're utilizing a unique boost system, accelerate into action as you take on the battlefield. Cooperating with your teammates is the key to victory in these 6v6 team battles. Use each unit's unique attack and support skill loadouts to lead your team to victory. The world of Gundam Evolution is always evolving with continuous flow of new maps, units, customization items, and game modes to explore. So keep that in mind. There's point capture, there's domination, and there's destruction as the mode. Point capture, obviously, battle in attacker and defender teams for objectives on the map, whereas domination is battle for 3 randomly unlocked objectives on the map, and destruction is aimed to destroy or protect objectives on the map in attacker and defender teams. So some looking up into the game's releases and how it's gonna go mentioned September 22nd as the release date for Steam. And keep in mind there will be some region walking, and it's strange because even Japan has its region walked on Steam. Maybe other platforms would have it, like Sony PlayStation and so on, but it is strange to find out that Japan, for example, is region walked, as well as a bunch of European countries are region walked for a 6v6 Overwatch style kind of team shooter. Um, Keep in mind it will be free to play. And most likely there will be some sort of gambling loot boxes. Hopefully no pay to win, and it's just cosmetics. And maybe that's the reason why it's getting blocked in many places. Regarding the first season, there's some featured items like new units, Unicorn, Gundam, and Zaku 2, Melee, and Mahiru. So Unicorn Gundam with AoE passives and active buffs, Zaku 2 Melee with superior durability and melee power to penetrate shields, and Mahiru with atypical tactics to confuse the front line, and they are all here. So yeah, there's a ton of stuff worth looking into when it comes to those. There's new maps, Harbor City, Canyon Base, Mountain R&D Lab, Ministry of Defense. So all sorts of stuff would be coming in this new season. So you have 2 point captures, 1 domination, 1 destruction map. When it comes to ranked matches, there's bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, master, and new type. If you're into that. If I can play it in Bulgaria, I wouldn't mind streaming it here and there, just to give you my opinion. But if it's region walked across all of Europe, that would mean my country as well, on Steam at least. Well, that saga will will eventually unfold, and we'll figure out what happens. Regarding the season pass, it will let you collect a range of rewards as you raise your season pass level. And season pass levels can be raised by acquiring season pass XP. You can play matches and complete challenges to get season pass XP. The amount of season pass XP received from matches changes based on the outcome and number of rounds won. And it doesn't mention anything about the purchasable premium version of the pass. Maybe there is only a purchasable version and no free version. Who knows? We'll see. Um, it's strange, but it says season pass levels and season pass XP are reset at the end of the season. Season pass XP are rewarded at the end of a match. There's Premium Pass and Premium Pass Plus, okay, but in the screenshot we don't see them. But yeah, the Premium Pass unlocks Premium Pass rewards, which again on the screenshot it's only showing the basic ones. Um, and you will receive all of the Premium Pass rewards corresponding to the Season Pass level you've reached at the time of your upgrade. For example, if you're at Season Pass level 10, at the time of purchase you will receive all Premium Pass rewards up to level 10. Typical standard way of handling it. If you're below player level 20, a ranked match will be unlocked only during your Premium Pass period. And Premium Pass Plus, again, adds 20 levels to your Season Pass level and receives all of the Premium Pass rewards corresponding to that Season's Pass level. You also receive any standard pass rewards you've yet to obtain. Season Pass XP starts at 0. For example, if you're at Season Pass level 10 at the time of purchase, you will jump to Season Pass level 30 at 0 XP and receive all Premium Pass rewards up to level 30, as well as all unobtained standard pass rewards. And again, the same thing about player below level 30. Then there's reward content. The hidden items on the season pass rewards list screen are the premium pass rewards, and the items labeled free are the standard pass rewards you obtain even if you don't upgrade. And you can even purchase levels, standard feature. I wonder how having a higher season pass and a higher player level will be affected. Does player level increase your stats, or is it just for cosmetics? Um, does having a higher level of the pass, premium and not premium and so on, give you anything other than cosmetics? If player levels are just a figure, a number, and it doesn't affect the gameplay one bit, and it doesn't affect the stats one bit, then the way they're handling it seems okay. There are some important notices. Premium Pass and Premium Pass Plus upgrades are only valid for the season they're purchased during. Premium Pass and Pass Plus share the same rewards. Season Pass level is 41 or higher. So if you're 41 or higher Season Pass level, you cannot purchase Premium Pass Plus. You cannot purchase Premium Pass Plus after purchasing Premium Pass. Interesting. A ranked match can also be unlocked by reaching player level 20. And you cannot purchase level ups past Season Pass level 60. And Season Pass periods and Premium Pass or Premium Pass Plus sales periods may be changed or cancelled without advance notice. So pretty much the one thing that could be seen as unfair advantage is that you get to participate in ranked matches if you pay. Otherwise, you have to grind to level 20, to player level 20. And that might take you a while to do. Whereas with the Season Pass, you don't need to grind, and that seems like an unfair advantage to me. And I'm sure many people might think the same. I did mention early in the beginning of the video that there is a Tales of Symphonia remaster. And yes, Tales of Symphonia Remastered is announced for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Switch 2 days before Tokyo Game Show started. It's due out in early 2023. We got an official remastered trailer, and then we got some extra news and extra Switch gameplay footage, which you can see in the linked Tales of Series stream. In the Tales of Series stream, you can go around 37 minutes 58 seconds to 44 minutes 50 seconds for the PlayStation footage, and then Switch footage from 45:05 to 46:32. I will be showing that as I'm talking to you, but if you want to watch it from the official stream, just look for the link in the description that says Tales of Series stream. So as I mentioned, there is some improvements. I'll just quickly give you an overview of the game and then mention what's improved. But all three versions of the game will run in 1080p resolution at 30 frames per second. And this is why many people are not happy that it's walking frames at 30 frames per second. And the Switch version will run in 720p resolution in table and handheld modes. So let's read the review, the overview. Tales of Symphonia Remastered is set in the world of Silverant, a dying land in a dire need of a constant source of mana, where legend dictates that a chosen one will appear to regenerate and restore the world. Players will follow the adventure of Voight Irving and his friends as they embark on a worldwide adventure filled with unforgettable characters and an emotionally charged storyline that still resonates with fans. Tales of Symphonia Remastered will feature inspired anime cutscenes, endearing characters, and a unique art style originally designed by renowned artist Kosuke Fujishima in stunning detail in the game. Players explore the world of Silverant and take on powerful foes as they fight to bring it back from the brink of destruction. Classic JRPG gameplay puts hundreds of attack and magic combinations at players' fingertips in real-time battles. Tales of Symphonia Remastered will also feature couch co-op, local multiplayer for up to 3 additional players. And now some little bit of information as I mentioned. What was highlighted is the following features improvements during that stage event which I mentioned. First of all, improved graphics. Main character graphics improved. 2D graphics for the opening movie, skits and so on have been improved. Natural expression of the world map and the graphics of some objects have been improved, as well as feature updates and improvements such as added ability to skip events. Some event movies and skits cannot be skipped though. Stabilized the frame rate for some arts, and the travel operability has been improved, and a series of other ones that it would probably take a long time to list. So keep in mind the game again is due for PlayStation 4, Xbox One and Switch in early 2023. No mention for PC whatsoever. Next up is Ultra Kaiju Monster Rancher, also dubbed as Daily Life of a Kaiju Breeder, which released a trailer. It's narrated by Monster Rancher series breeder Holly, by the way. And yes, it's an interesting piece of footage to watch. It introduces the basic flow of the game, which starts from the birth of Ultra Kaiju, and then you raise that one and train it to compete in various things such as tournaments. And those Ultra Kaiju also can be combined to unlock new variations, and it's like near field communication that can also be used to summon Ultra Kaiju. What else has been announced that early purchase for the physical edition and pre-orders for the digital edition will include the trainable Ultra Kaiju Science Special Search Party Mochi, in addition to the previously announced Scavenger Giant of Light skin. It is out due for Switch on October 20th in Japan and Asia, and in 2022 in the West without a specific date. So yeah, you can watch the trailer that I'm showing you, and there is also an archive of the game's Tokyo Game Show 2022 special broadcast. Link in the description for that one. Moving on to the next title I want to cover. There's actually two, but I'll split them in separate segments. So first of all, Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch Remastered. This one will be available for Xbox Series, Xbox One, um, and then Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom is coming in 2023. Actually, might as well keep them, but we'll see. Okay, let's mention a little bit about each of them. First of all, the remastered, as I mentioned, Xbox Series, Xbox One, PC, via the Microsoft Store, by the way. No mention of Steam here, as well as Xbox Game Pass, which is pretty nice. An overview of the first game. Journey back to the other world in Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch Remastered, Level 5's classic tale returns better than ever with improved graphics and performance. Join Oliver as he embarks on an adventure through a world inhabited by new friends and ferocious foes alike in the hopes of bringing back his mother after a tragic incident. This charming tale unfolds through the use of animation storyboarded and created by the legendary Studio Ghibli and music composed by the renowned Joe Hisaishi. Um, Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch combines beautiful animated visuals, masterful storytelling, and a sweeping score to create an epic role-playing adventure like no other. There is a launch trailer that was shared with us. Now, regarding the other game, regarding Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom, all we know is it's coming in 2023. We do not know much about that. And I'm not sure if it's gonna be remastered. They don't mention anything about it being a remaster. It's just mentioning that it's coming. Uh, and that it's coming to Xbox Series, Xbox One, and PC via Microsoft Store. We'll see whether that other would be remastered. I'm not seeing any remaster in the news about it, but a little bit of information about the Revenant Kingdom. Developed by world-renowned video game studio Level 5 Inc. with participation from the legendary artist Yoshiyuki Momose, and or Momose, maybe is the better way to pronounce it, and music composed by Joe Hisaishi, tells the story of Evan Petty Whisker Tildrum, the young ruler of a ding-dong dell. Evan is dethroned by a treacherous coup and must rebuild a new kingdom free of strife while uniting the whole world of Ni no Kuni. Across Evan's grand adventure, players can explore a beautifully crafted world filled with exotic locations, a wide cast of characters to encounter, dangerous foes, and plenty of allies eager to help. Supporting Evan on his adventure are his friends Roland, Tani, Batu, Lofty, and a natural phenomenon known as the Higo. The Higo dice will provide invaluable support during battles, including offensive and defensive buffs, increasing special attack power for Evan and his friends, and assist in attacking enemies. There are 100 unique Higo dice to collect, each with its own special powers. Mix and match different combinations of Higo dice during combat to strategically secure the upper hand in battles. In addition to the full critically acclaimed campaign from the original 2018 release, which came for PlayStation 4 and PC, Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom Princess Edition, which is one of those extra editions that came in 2021 in September, will contain both downloadable content packs, which include the Lair of the Lost World and Tale of a Timeless Tome, which most likely will be included in the Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom coming to Xbox Series, Xbox One, and PC. Most likely it will be like a bundle that includes everything that was in the Princess Edition and maybe some additional goodies too. So time will tell what that will be. They didn't reveal that much information about it. So again, I wish I could tell you more about that. And the last game I wanted to cover in this video is Park Beyond, which we saw a lot of this game. Well, not a lot, but enough of it in during Gamescom 2022. And apparently Bandai Namco are publishing it, and they showed an English stream with Japanese subtitles. A link in the description. You could watch it if you felt like it. And what is the game? Well, do you want to become a legend? Of course you do. That's why you've taken a position as the newest visionary at Cloudstormers, a theme park design company whose parks have been suffering from low attendance due to old-fashioned rides. With your imagination and the help of the Cloudstormers team, you're about to build parks that are once in a lifetime experience. It's your story, but you won't have to go it alone. The fate of Cloudstormers is resting in your creative hands, and you have all the support you need to make sure it's a success. You team up with Phil, lively veteran visioneer, who will help you work out various technical issues as you pursue your designs. Your right tester is Blaze, a thrill-seeking extreme sport enthusiast who can't get enough of your impossified new attractions. And that those impossified attractions, there will be revealing some over the next few weeks, by the way. So you might want to keep a look on the official Park Beyond social media channels. To let you know if you've created an edge of your seat hit or if your design is more of a sleep aid than a roller coaster. You also team up with Izzy, a practical and approachable executive with a focus on each park's success. She'll set your goals for the park and teach you how to balance fun and profitability so you can keep making the big creative leaps that will set Wildstormers apart from the competition. Oh, and about your competition? Well, without saying too much, you can bet they won't make things easy on you. And yeah, you'll be making your roller coaster dreams come true in that game. There's just so much stuff that you'll be creating an immersive themed world. So you shouldn't forget that the success of a park depends on more than just the rides. Every detail needs your attention and creative touch. The shops, the concessions, the shows, and the colorful decor, you have full control over it all. Give your guests an immersive experience they'll never forget using the suite of powerful audience metric tools at your command. You'll be able to see data like individual guest satisfaction and heat maps or foot traffic to fine tune the park's layout in real time. This is the story of your impossible park made into a reality. It's all up to you. I really loved back in the day playing games like Roller Coaster Tycoon, and I can't wait to try this game and play it myself. Park Beyond seems like the kind of tycoon game that I've been needing for a while. So every now and then, if I get the game, I won't be opposed to the idea of returning every now and then to try and make a new weird park. There's something else worth mentioning. You can take some time to imagine the possibilities. If the stress of park management is starting to wear you down, hop into sandbox mode and experiment to recharge your creativity. This is actually where I would probably um, play the game if I do so. Here you can take all the time you like to explore the depth of the coaster creator system and test all of the thousands of possible module combinations to get things just right. The system allows you immense freedom of design without being difficult to learn or control. Your tracks can snake through the supports of a bridge, tunnel through mountains, then go over breathtaking cliffs, dive into crystal clear lakes, or race over waterfalls. And why not all of them, by the way? And when you add in the right modules, things really get interesting. Cards that can leap from the tracks, route wings, and glide split off the follow different individual routes, or ride the entire coaster backwards. So yeah, the impossification of rides becomes something that I'm really looking forward to. And yeah, this is pretty much some information. Hopefully it was something to grab your attention. Right now, from all we know is it will be in the Microsoft Store, in the PlayStation Store, and Steam. For various platforms such as PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series, PC. Actually, I can't confirm the old generation. Maybe not. Maybe just PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series. To get notified when I upload more content like this one or other builds and guides for Wooter and not so Wooter games, you can subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button to not miss out on notifications. As well as keep in mind there's something called memberships on YouTube, which lets you be a paying member for my channel to get access to perks such as emotes and badges made by me, as well as the option to get one-on-one tutoring for the very basics of Adobe Photoshop, Premiere and After Effects. And memberships can be cancelled at any time if you no longer want to be a member. Thanks for watching all the way until the end, Struck Web. Keep it cool until next time, and goodbye.